In order to create safe spaces and welcoming environments for students of color on campus, DCA is coming up with 3 new programs: Men of Color, Women of Color, and LGBTQ+ initiative.
Throughout the semester that I spent here, I was trying to figure out, okay, what are students asking for? So in some conversations, students were asking to have more of a voice on campus, to feel more valued on campus, to feel like they are part of the campus. And so I decided, okay, let's have a men and women and LGBTQ+ programs, of color programs, to really give our students a voice, a home.
These events are created by men and women of color, specifically for men and women of color, so that they can get together in a safe space and talk about issues on campus that are unique to them.
Most of us, and I put myself in that category, are coming from an urban setting where there tends to be more diversity. So here at a predominantly white institution, we become more marginalized and tend to feel more invisible on campus. So that's why these programs are designed for these specific groups.
Even though Men and Women of Color is specifically for men and women of color, allies are still welcomed and can attend to give their support.
Basically, we're at a predominantly white institution, and we really are creating spaces for our marginalized communities, people of color, LGBTQ+. So we want the focus of these programs, like the Men of Color program, is for men of color. So women aren't necessarily openly invited. Our white students aren't necessarily openly invited. You can come if you're an ally, meaning we're not going to send you away, but as an ally, meaning you know that we are going to be talking about issues for people of color, or for men, or for women, or LGBTQ+, depending on the program. So we're going to be talking about those issues.
These meetings not only serve as support groups, they also serve as ways for students of color to voice their concerns to DCA and come up with solutions.
With our GSRC, or Gender and Sexuality Resource Center, we're also starting our LGBTQ+ initiative. So we don't have a coming out support group on campus. That's going to be new this semester. We have a new trans initiative, meaning that we're going to do special programming and network and supporting our trans students on campus. And then what I'm also really excited about is we're going to have a Cutie POC. And most people don't know what Cutie POC is. Cutie POC is Queer and Trans People of Color Initiative. So each of the centers now has these new initiatives to really put our arms around these communities and help the students feel more welcomed on campus and see how we can continue to grow.
The Women of Color Town Hall meeting will take place February 22nd, and the Men of Color Town Hall meeting will be taking place February 28th. These town hall meetings will serve as kickoffs for men and women of color, and then both programs will continue to meet once a month.
Depending on if this kicks off and is going really well, next semester we can make it twice a month, but these are just the beginnings. And the same thing with the LGBTQ+ program, so we will be announcing the dates and the times, but we won't really be announcing the locations. You'll have to contact us for locations because that's also providing more of a safe space for our LGBTQ+ community.
If you would like to attend Men of Color, Women of Color, or the LGBTQ+ initiative, contact DCA to find out how. This is Breanna Schmitt and Dashanay Scott with SPTV News.